I don't think I've talked to a single law firm owner that doesn't, maybe if they'll admit it, resonate with this one, but like letting a case manager go, or having someone leave and then going into their emails and realizing you've got all kinds of stuff that never got filed in the case. Like people have admitted settling cases and realizing later that there were bills that never got put into demand, or they're on someone's desktop but they never got put into the system.
You know who gets to pay those medical bills? I do.
We come out of pocket.
Yeah,
that happens a lot.
No one gave a shit about solving this problem for lawyers. If you told people I'm building software for like work comp firms or for PI firms, everyone has the same reaction. They're just like, oh, like Better Call Saul. Not anymore.
Welcome to this episode of Bourbon and Proof, where we interview those who have been both successful on law and life. And today we're very honored to have on not only a lawyer, an entrepreneur, a tech founder, and well, a lot of things we're going to find out about Vivek Rao. So Vivek Rao, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me, gentlemen. It's a pleasure. I've seen the show. I'll try to make this a good episode.
Yeah, and of course we're in Morrow's Clubhouse filming in the Hollywood Hills. Morrow, thanks.
No problem. Always.
All right.
Thank you. Nice of you to make it up to the clubhouse.
Anytime you want me to come over here and drink bourbon and hang out and look at the view, I'm here. So
no problem.
He also has a putting green down there, a basketball court. What do you have? A lot of stuff. Pools.
Yeah. I have my kids have turned it into a pickleball court now. I got my pickleball net down there. They like that pickleball stuff. I don't get it myself.
You know, we do film multiple shows a day. This is shoot one.
Yeah,
so you're lucky.
I got you fresh.
Morrow's actually standing. He's good.
I'm good. Usually, if we do more than 2 shows a day, the third one I'm usually.
Do you think you're better on show
touch and
2
go.
after like 3 bourbons? Are you better on show
I
1
think-
with 0?
I think
in?
I'm
Where you
better.
at?
I'm better on
One.
show 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think after his first pour. So we're gonna do. We always start off with the pour. So I
Okay.
chose you this one. This is called so Jefferson's Ocean, and they did one called Tropics, and this is aged at sea.
Okay.
So they aged this one. I think this went through Singapore, Southeast Asia, but they do it a lot of humidity. So this one they did a lot of humidity.
You mean like they throw it in the cask at sea and keep it on a boat, like pirate
for
style?
years? For years,
Yeah.
it just sits there because it has different varying temperatures, and every cruise or every one's different. And I know you took a gap year and almost didn't go to law school because you
Yes.
started working at a booze cruise in
Yes,
Portugal.
yes. I was my own adventure in piracy, so this is going to help me relive it right now.
Yep, this is why we.
Did you pull that off my shelf, or did you bring that one?
I brought this one.
Because I have one of those too.
You did? No, you have the one back there, which is not.
Oh yeah,
humidity
that's the one I got. Because I got one of those for my 50th birthday. Somebody gave me.
All right. Well, cheers,
All
gentlemen.
right. All right. Cheers, guys.
There you go.
Cheers. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
What proof is that? It's a little higher.
Yeah, it's 55% alcohol.
Yeah, so 110 proof. Yeah, it's good. Tastes good.
All right.
We went to this distillery in Kentucky. Remember?
We did. Yeah.
So they pack it up there and then they ship it all around on a pirate ship to Singapore and back. And
and it aged, and then they bring it back, and then they sell it from Kentucky. It's outside of Louisville, so it's on the trail, the Bourbon Trail.
I remember being there with you. Remember?
Yeah, so, I mean, fun facts you don't know about this gentleman, but not only does he own Foundation AI, which we both are customers of, so Morrow's no longer...
That's the one that does the mail?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's going to be, I don't think we're fully live with you yet. So
Yeah,
you're still looking at your own mail.
I already had a meeting with my staff, and I said, I don't care what
we
mail
need
it is. Put the real mail on my fucking desk.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's how I do it.
That's
All right.
his favorite movies, You've Got Mail.
Yeah.
M-A-L-E.
So they
That was
can.
a joke.
I'm glad that they. I mean, my office is. We're up to date on tech. We do everything.
Yeah.
But not me.
No.
Not me. I like it the old school.
That's like me, though,
His goes directly into our Clio, go to your case peer.
Mine goes to Case Beer. I think it's going to go to.
Yeah, but he's also he's the least famous of his siblings, which is wild being a big tech founder. His sister became an Indian pop star.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she created the genre of music commonly known as Bollywood. So hip hop and so rap and like Indian fusion. And so she lives in Bombay now for half the year.
Wow.
So-
But also his brother's a neurosurgeon.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
In California.
yeah, in Orange County.
Do you take liens?
He doesn't treat PI or comp. I don't know. Yeah.
There's
He's
another
doing
route.
he does like a lot of, I think he did like a specialization in like catheterization. He deals with a lot of stroke and stuff. So, yeah. But
Damn.
you should get him to the next Lottie Grind, get him involved.
Yeah, so let's walk through your journey because how long has Foundation AI been around? 6, 7 years?
Yeah, about 6 years. We started it in officially, I guess I kind of started working on it in late 2018. I think we launched officially in 2019. And we got really, I think our first like real legal customers started in
The pandemic had to be
February
so
of 2020.
Had to be so helpful.
We launched our first law firm in February of 2020. And it was one of the things we did. We weren't like fully a legal tech at the time. At the time, you know, my co-founders, and I'm obviously not the tech guy behind the business. So don't let my Indianness fool you. I'm not very tech savvy. Luckily, we have other people who are.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't even help me fix my Sonos here
I didn't
before
even bother. I like this.
But I don't know
I don't think
if there's
anybody
anybody
can fix
in
a
America
Sonos.
that can fix
Yeah.
Sonos, come to my house.
Yeah, I got a buddy who works there. I'll ask him, but
There you go.
I can't. Yeah, but luckily, I knew people who were more tech savvy than me, and I can get into if you want to hear how we ended up doing legal tech in the first place. But to answer the question, 2020 was our first law firm that we launched in February, and the pandemic hit in about March and the lockdown, and then organically, you know, that law firm was open and operating, and this is in California in workers' comp, defense firm that Mara probably hates. Just Stockwell Harris was customer number one, and then it organically started spreading to really our first probably 30 customers were all kind of organic and all California work comp.
It's crazy, but you created a product that automates the mailroom. And when we were true solos, we were literally the mailroom.
Yeah.
So like scanning it in, renaming it, putting it into folders.
Scanning it in. I don't know how to work a scanner. What are you talking about?
He still had paper, he still has red wells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to open it up with a knife.
Yeah. And then we used to have to hire people to do those things,
Yeah.
revolving door, and now it's just automated. We do have somebody who does oversight, like QC,
Yeah,
just
for
to
sure.
make sure, because it takes a while for it to
So
learn your document.
I wasn't in the meeting, but I know that my office signed up with Foundation AI recently, so I don't know how it works. So does the mail go to you guys?
No, and let's be clear. So mail is like part of it, right? But then these days also, the majority of documents that come in aren't physical
Or email,
mail.
yeah.
So there's email. So basically, just the quick and dirty in the software is all the ways that documents come into a law firm. So you got physical mail that gets scanned in. You've got emails that might come into like a centralized email box, like service@simonlawgroup.com. You've also got emails coming in to every individual case manager, attorney, paralegal in the firm. So they might be getting documents as attachments. You've got like an e-fax, you know, because treatment records will come in through fax sometimes, and that might go to an email box.
Mara still uses actual fax
Yeah,
machine.
actual fax machine that you're,
And then it goes-
dialing in.
it goes-
No. We had a firm that
And then-
literally
and then-
still uses a fax machine, and they scan that in. It's like, okay,
Wow.
yeah, you get it. You see a lot in these business. So all the ways documents come in, and then most firms now, and especially to your point during the pandemic and after, have a digital practice management system, whether that's FileVine, Clio, CasePeer, Smart Advocate, Litify, and so. I think during COVID, especially some firms had both, but they were still operating like out of red wells, but they had a system. But during COVID, you really saw this transition of everyone really actually utilizing the digital systems, right? Because they had to. And then they saw the benefit of like, wow, now if your attorneys don't have to like drive in to pick up a file, they just go home or go to court to work it, like how much happier everyone is. But in order to use the systems effectively, all those documents that come into the firm need to get into that system. And so conceptually, you know, mail was a big part of it in the beginning because California work comp is still so mail intensive. But across all of our customers, you know, I'd say email and attachments to emails is a bigger pain point. So all those documents need to get into the system. And so I was at a firm, you know, and I was kind of involved in the operations at a larger defense firm.
Yeah, because you did defense work. So you were probably 2009, 10 when you passed the bar? Where were you at?
Yeah, 9. So I graduated. Yeah, so I graduated law school in 2009.
This was after the booze cruise. You came back at. You went to law school.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
surprised.
I did.
I would have stayed in
Where did you go to law school?
I went to UCLA.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah. I well, yeah. I tried,
Not a USC UCLA thing. I'm just saying, like,
No.
He doesn't like accredited law schools.
No. No one does.
That bothers me.
Yeah. We're douche. We're super douchey. It is what it is. You know. I throw it in every sentence, dude. I'm surprised I didn't say it when I walked in. Just like, hey, UCLA.
I have an attorney that works in my office named Gilbert Perez. He went to USC undergrad and other way. He went to UCLA undergrad and USC law school.
I did the opposite.
And-
I went to
and-
SC undergrad and UCLA law.
And he doesn't associate himself with USC at all. He's a Bruin, you know, for life, even though he went to USC law school.
But I'm that way with sports. So I went to SC undergrad, so I'm a Trojan.
Yeah.
But if there was like a civil procedure contest or some bullshit, then I would like, you know, root for my law school. Other than that, like, No, but so yeah, just we'll go that way, and then we'll start there. I graduated law school in 2009, and I went to UCLA, so I had a hoity-toity job at doing.
What firm did you go to?
I was at originally a firm called Deckert, and I was going to do finance and real estate, so capital markets and real estate finance work. And in 2009, you guys might remember there all of a sudden was very little capital markets and real estate finance work. So I ended up kind of getting severance out of that gig. I came back to like LA, and I didn't really know what I was going to do. At the time, it seemed like it was this like terrible thing, because I think when you go to a law school like that, you kind of get this idea. People came into UCLA thinking that they wanted to do, public interest work, thinking they wanted to be trial lawyers. Like everyone sort of gets, a lot of people, you get pushed into this idea of like, oh, these firms come to recruit and they're going to pay you like $40,000 over a summer to work there. And then, like you see people go on this trajectory where they all end up filtering into these like big law firms. And then they always get turned, most people, burn out of that after 2 or 3 years, but it's this like cycle. And so many people I remember, and I never thought I necessarily want to be a trial lawyer. For me, my story probably starts earlier. I was, went to college during like the Entourage era, and I was at SC, and I minored in cinema, and I majored in I majored in business, minored in cinema, and I thought eventually I wanted to be like a movie producer. And so when I got into UCLA, I was like, oh, cool, that's perfect. And so my first summer I actually did do entertainment law, and I realized like, no offense to those of you who are in entertainment.
I never took any classes, but I've done some cinema myself.
I worked at a production council office.
He has a lot of B movies.
I have some B-roll if you want to see.
Yeah.
I bet.
We'll probably shoot it right over there.
We'll do a film festival.
He shoots it all over here. So we have, when I was at Pepperdine Law, they had one course. I like the adjuncts. Where they would come and they were actually
because they actually teach. They're there to teach, not write papers in like the in the tower.
So we had it was like an entertainment, like we had to pitch them shows and stuff like this. But the people that were teaching, the one guy was an agent for John Ritter. When John Ritter died, he was teaching the class.
When he found out.
And it was just like, oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but they stole Entourage from me. That was back in the day. I actually pitched them Entourage, the show, and then I pitched them Dexter, and then apparently got made later. And I was like, wait a minute, that was my
both ideas.
A likable serial killer, and I had like music that would play, and like I did this whole thing for them, and next thing you know, it's on Showtime. I'm like,
really
interesting, yeah.
I feel like there's a lawsuit brewing here. You know a lawyer?
Not a good one.
It's been statute of limitations might be gone on this too. Yeah.
It's like 2002.
Yeah.
No, but let's pop the next one, because now we're getting to your founder stories. This is the founders one Mauro picked.
This is called Brother Justus. Now this is from Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah. Rare you get one from Minnesota.
Okay. I know we've had stuff from everywhere, but Minnesota, this might be the first. This is Phil Steiger is the founder and CEO of this company called Brother Justus Whiskey Company. I hope you like it. It makes a good old fashioned. So
hey.
So that means this is called the Founders Reserve one, right? So they have three different
Founders Reserve Brothers of Brother Justus.
Better one. So but this is the founder story. So let's get there.
All right. Well, so
one of our founders, do you know Jez Hampton?
No.
Founder of Turn Signal. He's running for mayor in Minneapolis right now.
Really?
Turn Signal is what?
They're in Dash, where you can, like, if you get pulled over or have a civil rights violation, they'll put you on like a hot transfer to.
Really?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Damian Wilson, you know him? He's one of the other founders. You know these guys.
I know. Yeah, that name.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so before we get into the story,
well, you got to drink it. You can't. That's not bullshit.
You're right. That is bullshit.
Now this is good. It's got a very what kind of barrels they do? This is really good. This is barrel aged in something.
This is probably over 120 proof, I would assume.
And it's got to be, it says big flavors and high proof. Yeah, fuck yeah, 124 proof.
You called it, yeah.
Yeah,
this is what I like to. This is where I like to live, right about here. You get that.
This is similar to like the Obtainium that you guys.
Exactly. There's an Obtainium that's sitting over there, but that's 135 proof or something crazy.
I was surprised when I got the Justus HQ Obtainium that it was like 100. I was like, poured a glass, and I was like, oh
man, you gotta let it breathe for a second, but it's very good. But you one of those a night, and put you to bed.
All right, so because I'm going to take us, now we got 3 people who are all going to go, and we all probably have ADHD, so this is going to get crazy if I don't circle back on this one. So what we do real quick is all the documents that come into a law firm, historically people had to look at every single one, and they have to figure out what matter it is and what folder it belongs to and name it and put it in the right place and alert the right people. And so our software automates the majority of that work. And but to your point, because it's so important that it's right, there are humans in the loop. And so the software knows the decisions that it's confident in and that it can push through 100%, and that it needs that it's below whatever the desired confidence thresholds are, and the firms can set their own confidence preferences.
But you can
levels.
so after that comes in. So if Borrow gets in a police report, right, or something like this, where does it evolve to where it starts having auto triggers within CasePeer to make sure the next tasks are followed through that are suggested?
So we can do a lot of that depending on a lot of that stuff. When you think about these softwares, happens within the downstream system, so within CasePeer, and so a lot of times it's set up where in the software there's already an automation that can exist when something happens, so we can plug right into those. So CasePeer is actually a new integration for us, and CasePeer has now built out their APIs to be able to integrate with third parties. So we're working through with CasePeer right now, all the functionality that we can deliver, and we're super excited about it. We've been working for a while now. We have probably 100 or so between FileVine and Litify and Clio, and so we have a lot of stuff built out there, like Litify, obviously, because of the way it's
Salesforce is.
Yeah, so there's a ton you can do with downstream automations from document triggers. And so the way we think about this is our software's job is to automatically ingest all documents that come into a firm from all the ways they come in. And then we profile them to the right matter. So that's that whole matter matching thing by looking at information in the document, looking against what's in your system to make sure that this is that matter, not just the name's the same, but the other data
because
elements.
in my office, if you told me, find Jose Garcia, and there might be 500 of them.
At one point, when I was, and
better be right.
Well, that's the pain point, right? At one point when I was doing this at the defense firm, and I guess we'll get to the founder story, I had 4 cases that were all Juan Ramirez versus Costco, and the firm had like 6. And so invariably, any document that came in, and you have like this revolving door of overworked, like file clerks manually doing this. So invariably, shit would go into the wrong matter. And then even when things were done right in this large manual process we had, it would take days, like at best, for a document to come in and get stamped and actually get into your work queue. And it could take weeks sometimes if, depending on how urgent the document was, and stuff was done wrong all the time. Whether it's in the wrong matter or the wrong folder, or it's named incorrectly, or they didn't actually tell you it was there because they didn't send the email alert, like all these places for failure. And that was going on across every firm, I talked to. And part of it is, as firms went to digital, they just kind of overlaid what they thought was the kind of manual process, but it didn't really work digitally. Like before that, people would walk through and drop the mail on your assistant's desk, and they would sort it and they'd put it in the Redwell for you.
And if it's a check, it goes tomorrow, and then he does what he likes, right? Deposit or
Rolls it up.
Whatever he wants to do. But I mean, so you had February 2020, your first law firm. By the way, same thing when we launched Justus HQ was the exact same time.
Yeah.
And we had like 50 firms to start.
Yeah.
It was like, people were like, you guys timed that so brilliantly. Because we actually partnered with Earth Class Mail.
Yeah.
So we had people doing the same thing. We'd automated mail for them. It was like, you have to have a solve.
Yeah.
I think they got bought or something early.
Yeah, they've gotten bought. I think they're still around.
Really?
They've been bought like 4 times. There was a show in I think we talked about this before. There was a show in the 90s, I think, then the .com boom called like The Startup that you can find. And it was about like the original iteration of Earth Class Mail.
Wow.
But their thing, and we had customers that were on there, but they would receive the mail and email it to you, but then someone still had to take it, download it, and put it in the folder. And that's actually funny. It's a misnomer, I think. We talk sometimes to firm owners, and they're like, well, like mail's going away, like everything's email now, so no problem.
You still need it.
It takes longer. We've timed it.
Wow.
It takes longer to deal with an emailed attachment than a piece of mail. 'Cause mail, someone opens it, and that's usually quick. They scan it, and then it's straight in, usually into a place where it can automatically kind of go through a workflow even if they're doing it manually. With emails, they're coming in, they get missed in attachments all the time. And let's say they're coming into a centralized place, someone's still got to download the attachment, then open it on the desktop or whatever, figure out what it is, rename it, drag it in the right place. And the thing with email now that makes it really crazy is, since a lot of firms now, mail came into one place. You have control over like, okay, we know all the mail got dropped off. That person opened it all. We know it's all here. But emails are coming in across the firm to everyone.
Yeah.
And so I don't think I've talked to a single law firm owner that doesn't, maybe if they'll admit it, resonate with this one, but like letting a case manager go, or having someone leave and then going into their emails and realizing you've got all kinds of stuff that never got filed in the case. Like people have admitted settling cases and realizing later that there were bills that never got put into demand, and you have them. They're actually in your email box, or they're on someone's desktop, but they never got put into the system.
Who gets to pay those medical bills?
The law
I
firm
do.
owner.
I do.
You got to make
We
them
come
whole.
out of pocket.
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
We missed
Yeah.
it. There you go. That
Yeah,
happens
exactly.
a lot, man.
And so that was So that's what our software does. Now we close
But
like that.
growth story though, dude. Like
Yeah.
one firm started in February 2020. How many law firms or users do you guys have now?
We got over 150 or so firms
Wow, nice.
across the country now.
So this is it's under the umbrella of Corky. The E.H. Taylor is the same one because I have a signed bottle by Corky Taylor IV. So he's one of the distillers when they did this Peerless one. Somebody sent it to me by mistake.
Let's get into
You know who
this
did it? Marie
real quick.
Monroe sent me. She's like, I got this whiskey. Somebody sent me some whiskey. I'm never going to drink it. Can I send it to you? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
She sent it. It was a signed bottle from the guy that makes Peerless. He's like a famous distiller. And I was like, yep, I'll go ahead and take that.
How did you get so into bourbon itself?
I mean, it's something called alcoholism. No, we used to drink a lot as kids with our dad.
Yeah.
We're Irish, so you just drink a lot of brown liquor, but we just were drinking Jack Daniels and then
My dad
you
used to.
stepped
My
it
dad
up.
didn't drink, but if he did drink, he'd drink Shiva's Regal.
Chivas Regal.
Yeah.
That was his thing.
Cheers.
Cheers, which is like a scotch.
He's got the best
Yeah.
one-liners.
This Peerless is so good.
This is very good.
Yeah.
All right.
You're going to have a tough decision at the end of the show for your bourbon approved because all three
109
are
proof.
awesome.
No, yeah.
And this is barrel proof 109.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
They make good stuff. I don't like their bourbon. Some of their other, they have a base bourbon that I'm a huge fan of, but I like this rye a lot.
The second one was really nice too.
It's really good.
All right. So I think that's what the company does. I think we're through that.
So do you
What is
guys have a business outside the legal community too?
So we still have some. I'd say we have some legacy in claims. So we have a couple carriers still, and then now I think we still have some of just the routing work with some carriers.
So when we were probably 2020 around the same time, COVID happens. We partnered with Earth Class Mail as a preferred vendor for Justus HQ. We were doing it at our firm. My brother was on the phone with their CEO, and they were going through some workflow stuff. And Brad's like, I don't understand. He's like, if you're getting all this mail for us, why can't you just like read our case number and make sure it goes into the file where it needs to go?
Yeah.
And they're like, that can't be done.
Yeah.
And I mean, it blew Brad's mind. My brother's been trying to solve it. And then
Yeah.
he saw Foundation AI. He's like, I've been fucking talking about this for 4 years.
I know, that's the funny thing. A lot of people,
And he told the CEO this, and they were like, we can't do that.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, especially when we were first starting, a lot of the firms, especially in work comp, because it's so paper intensive, had spent tons of money trying to solve it themselves. But everyone was trying to solve it with like the old way that you used OCR technology. So it's like zonal extraction, where if it's in
That
this
went way
one
over our
place,
heads.
So if the document, like OCR, right? If the document and the way people used to do all this stuff is if it's right in the same place every time, then we can get it. And they can get it and for the most part route it, right? But that's not the way any of our businesses work in the documents we get. Stuff doesn't even have a claim number half the time or your case number. So we get documents in that have varying degrees. A medical record might have a name and date of birth, like some random thing might have their address and their name, and something might have a case number, and something might have your matter ID in Clio, but like, you know, so I think it was hard for people to think about. Plus, the reality of all this, though, is that no one gave a shit about solving this problem for lawyers because no one thought lawyers spent money, or no one thought legal tech as a market. So going back to the origin
That's
story.
insane because, right now, in
Now it's
2025, it's
massive. Oh, yeah.
massive. But this, even 2020, 2021, it was just like,
In 2020, like when we started the business, I mean, when we started the business, I always thought that this was something, right? I'd seen it from the firm. I just told you the pain point. We had 20 people, revolving door. We made mistakes all the time. Every firm I talked to, the same problem. But two things. One, no one thought about the law firm market as a market. And if you did, everyone naturally thought
wanted to
about
go
the
to
big
the
AM
big
laws.
AM laws.
And if you told people I'm building software for like work comp firms or for PI firms, like everyone has the same reaction. They're just like, oh, like better call Saul. Not anymore. But
No.
like, you know, even up blew the top off that. But
Yeah.
it's funny, when I first met Ray, we were like, let's not tell anyone.
best kept. Now it's not. Now the cat's out of the bag.
He fucked me on that one. He told everyone, you know, now they all know. But it's like, let's not tell anyone like that this is a good market, you know? So, because like everyone was building software for like the AmLaws, and then like, and they're basically buy like
Look at our
insurance
new
companies.
e-discovery platform.
Well,
Like,
it's like, imagine selling to something that moves as slow as an insurance company with like 6 times the lawyers. Like, it's the worst thing ever. So,
but if
anyway.
you get one client,
Yeah.
Yeah, so stupid.
Well, but that actually is one of the points, I think. So when we started the business, everyone, and my co-founders, wanted to build $1 billion business. I don't think I was thinking that way. I was like, I want to build,
But you built to solve a problem you had as a practicing lawyer.
Correct.
That's it.
And
I think
also-
the best products and stuff that I buy is that.
Yeah.
If you come in from that, I just wanted to solve a problem. I created tech to do it.
And it's stupid, it's funny. I was with Jenny the other day, and she claimed like, not sexy, but absolutely necessary. It was like a pain point that it didn't make sense. And at the time, I'm not a tech guy, and it's like people were starting to talk about AI, but it's like this was the thing. I was like, well, why isn't AI doing this? If it can read medical images that smart people go to medical school to learn how to do, and it can drive cars, why do I have 20 people sitting there who are all reasonably bright people spending an entire day doing this work? Like this should be done by a system, and those people should be doing something better with the
So how
time.
close do you think you are whenever we get the mail in to Foundation AI, that instead of having a human QC or quality control, you have an AI agent that's able to be the smartest human on the planet times 100, be able to dictate what happens with that call to actions after and set them.
I think we're close, and I think that it depends. I think we could do a lot of that, and firms have their different comfort level with how much. Some firms just want to have a human they trust and control. It also depends on how granular and how much data a firm wants extracted from different documents. So if you're just trying to put it into the right matter and the right folder and the basic name, I mean, we could probably do most of that with no human intervention. But the cool thing about it is, and part of the way we think about it is, if someone has to look at a document, if a document's coming in, all the actions that are, let's say, clerical and administrative in nature before it goes to the legal analysis, that should all be done on the first touch. Data extraction, data entry.
I'll tell you what Mauro wants.
Yeah.
I know you. Checks come in the mail. He wants to have it automatically know where it goes, go into his trust account, and alert him when he can take his cut.
Yes.
Yep.
Can we do that?
Right? I mean, that's what we're all thinking. I mean, we're all watching and listening, right? We hate this as lawyers. We get these checks. It takes forever to go do these things. Let's get
So
there.
there
man.
is ways to incorporate, you can have your own check processor, the system. It's a new one. People haven't complained about checks and depositing them as much. We have one customer that does have our system set up with their check deposit because they have this, you probably know what it is, but they have a massive scanner operation, and they have a check reader on the scanner. So when it knows it's checks, it goes through and they go through our system and it routes into there.
Wow.
So it's possible.
That's good.
But yeah.
That delay means a lot.
I'm a little bit more hands-on.
Yes, but I mean, a little bit about, talk about you personally. You're a girl dad. You're a girl dad.
I am a girl dad.
How old are your girls?
4 and 2.
You brought this, I have a 4 and a 2.
Yep.
I have a 5-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And a 21-year-old girl.
Yeah, everything changes, huh? 21-year-old girl. So you went through the whole, because you haven't gotten to the part that I'm terrified of, and so.
Wait till
You mean
get-
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Now,
On repetition? Where's the most progressive states for what we do, legal tech, and what are the least progressive as far as adopting legal tech and AI?
I'd say California is by far the most
has to
progressive, obviously. I think then for us, it's probably less state specific and more, I think like any other tech, right? There's first movers and early adopters across, and a lot of them are the firms you'd expect. The ones that are crushing it in each sort of state are the ones that need us. Plus, our pain point, the bigger you get or the more scale you have, the more our pain point matters, right? And so the more painful it gets. So we tend to see marquee firms or the guys, the people that you see on the billboards in most markets are our customers. And so
Yeah, because they're going to be efficient and fast. So when you're, I know you and I, we travel a lot for all these conferences, meeting other firms and doing things to get people to evolve. Are you PJ status? Are you still Southwest? Mauro and I Jake all the time. We take pictures on Delta and Southwest.
It's Pratik's good. Pratik always runs this joke, and he's like, I flew here on a jet, said Southwest on the side. Yeah.
That's my private.
I'm
jet.
Southwest.
I always say SW.
I'm Southwest, and I'm not even business select. I'm I just have to
You gotta
I have
upgrade
to put an alert on my phone so I can check in and not sit by the toilet.
Why have you
Man,
automated that? You should
Yeah, I know, because I'm not a tech guy.
I do spring for the business select.
Yeah. I just kidding.
I like
I
third
like to
row,
sit in the front.
left of the plane.
They give you a
against
drink
the
too,
window,
and that's obviously worth it. So
Because where's he traveling with a backpack or a charger, and that's it? You're in and out. So it's
Yeah.
I recently went to Hawaii, And I didn't even know Southwest flew to Hawaii, but they flew to Hawaii. So
You flew Southwest
I
to
went on
Hawaii?
Southwest Airlines to Hawaii, and it was amazing.
Well, the 2-bag thing makes it clutch, right? I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Take your golf
I bought
bags
the
with you
Business
and-
Select,
Oh,
and then it was me and my wife and my 2 kids. And it was cool, man. I mean, when we go to like long, like if I go to Europe or something long, I fly in business class because I'm not.
That's half the trip you have to do with
It's
kids that
too
young.
much.
Yeah.
But this it was just like 4 hours and 45 minutes to Waikiki. It was fine. But my son, is so spoiled. He's 6, and he's like, "Dad, my seat doesn't lay down." It's like, man, kid, you have no idea.
Dude, we used to get schlepped to India,
Yeah.
like when we were kids, and like my parents would sit like I don't think they sprung for business, but they were like in better seats than us. So they'd split us all up over the plane, and
But I remember the first international flight I took, and it was, we were in economy, but they had a TV. You had your own TV. It was like,
your own TV. That was a big step up.
It was a big step.
I remember when they were like
right there, but I was like, oh my
corners.
God, I was like, this is amazing. Like, I could do this all day, and I did. Because
Yes. Yeah. I feel like, we never had the Game Boys and any of the stuff too. We just had to like raw dog it or read books. So
Mara's one of those guys when we're traveling together, I can see what's on his screen because it's not like it's a privacy screen. And he's always doing the ones that are like not appropriate for airplane rides. I was just talking about the spaghetti westerns. What did you think I was talking
I
about?
don't know what you're talking about, but I don't look at that stuff.
Of course not.
Never.
Ever.
Yeah.
No,
All
but
right.
you know what? I don't really watch movies when I'm on planes or anything. I kind of just like, I like to read a little bit and then
He
I
actually
sleep.
takes the paper in his mail. And
Sometimes I take my mail
I've
with
seen
me.
a video of it.
On the
I've seen
plane.
you. Yeah, I've seen it.
And one time I took like,
There's going to be an advertisement.
I thought
for
he-
us.
I
Like,
thought he
don't
had,
be like Morrow.
You should be. Like last time we had a
it
big
was
flight,
literally an ad.
he had his backpack, and I was like, "Oh, do we have snacks? Like, what's in here?" You open it, it was just like
mail.
crumbled up mail. It wasn't even like
one time I took a whole suitcase full of mail to Spain.
he did.
Yeah.
This is true.
I was a whole suitcase full.
Yeah, that sounds.
It was pretty awesome.
This is an ad. I'm glad we're getting this clip because I'm gonna need. This is an advertisement.
I
Do
enjoy
not
reading
be
it.
like
What do you
Morrow.
want
Yeah,
from me?
actually,
I enjoy reading it.
Hey Vivek, I thought your job is called Foundation AI. What the?
I got what?
Foundation AI.
We do use that. Doesn't substitute my hands on the mail.
Yeah, but you can read that all digitally these days.
Yeah, well, that's too complicated.
Yeah, it sucks. Not that complicated. Soon it's gonna be super easy for you. It's gonna be in your system every time.
Yeah, well.
Your people made you do it.
In between.
Now you can work anywhere. See, even
I
better.
do work anywhere.
I know you do. But
do
you
work.
take your mail and you actually pay for a suitcase.
Anywhere you can carry.
To
Southwest
Spain,
two
it wasn't a little.
suitcases.
It was like the normal size suitcase.
Yeah.
You have to check. He took
Yeah.
the entire thing,
Yeah.
full with paper.
Were you like? Did you bring it all back too, or were you just throwing it away? As you
Oh, I
done?
shred it.
Yeah. So you carry a shredder.
One thing he does find his shredder, and I'm like, wait, this is the step you take? You just put the suitcase on a plane.
I just figured he threw it, just like
He literally has
data.
data. He has data in the cloud.
Yeah.
Like literally in the clouds, but not encrypted, just on Southwest Air.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Vic, we're towards the end of the show here, so we're going to ask you. So first of all, where do people find you? What's the easiest way?
Is foundationai.com, or you can email me at Vivek, Vivek at foundationai.com.
Why is it not foundation.ai?
Well, because some people in Anguilla sold it to some company that wanted to sell it to me for like $30,000, and I was like, that's not really worth it.
Wow.
And then, yeah.
So it's foundation.
And now that we have a company, now they want to sell it to me for like $100,000, but I don't think anyone cares anymore. So,
No, they don't.
Yeah.
What jerks? Cyber squatters.
And we didn't have $30,000 at the time because when we started this, we didn't raise a bunch of VC money. We started this. It was
You had a friend.
friends and family money, and that's why it was really important to build it in a way that was going to work. And that was the ultimate goal, was to make sure we built software that worked for people, so that we could at least. So it wasn't that we needed to have $1 billion company; it was that we needed to return money to our investors. Yeah.
So now you have to pick at the end of the show, what's your bourbon or proof?
Yeah, I think that as much as I really enjoyed the Peerless, I think I might have to go with Brother Justus.
I love it.
This
Yeah.
was
very
pretty good. I think that's pretty. I like the Peerless better, but it was good. The Jeffersons was good. All three of them were good on this show.
Oh, very good. But I do agree. I like the Brother Justice one of these. But this one, so Jefferson, sometimes it's hit or miss because it depends on how it was aged. This one was excellent. Mara's one back there was fantastic. That one,
that was
I remember we had that on the show, but that was really good. Oh, yeah.
Well,
So-
listen, man, awesome, great to
All right.
hear about all these innovations for law firms and for AI, and hopefully my office adopts all of them.
All right.
They can just
will
leave me
be.
out of it because I'll be on the golf course.
You should run an ad with him, and it's literally taking him
On the golf course,
On the
carrying
golf
all his
course.
mail.
Yep.
my
And then, and next thing you know,
Do you ever take your mail on the golf course?
Yeah.
I've definitely seen him with newspapers. He'll have a few pieces because he likes to read. His thing, he's like, if I see a certain policy number or like a car they were driving and the rep letter to the response from the insurance company, he's like, I have different thoughts. I was like,
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason, there's a method to my madness.
Well, no, but all that analysis can be done whether you're looking at it digitally or looking at it. It's just the idea.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
I'm gonna get you a tablet, and then you can
Okay,
just like walk
yeah.
around that thing. And
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
As long as it feels like paper.
Yeah. You need one of those Remarkables. You can just read it the same way.
Remarkable is awesome. I
Yeah,
use
and you
it.
can-
Oh yeah, what's it called? Remarkable.
It's like you can write on it the same way. It's like it looks more. It feels more like paper.
Okay.
You can actually change your
I need
whatever
one.
you're using to write. Like I use a mechanical pencil. It feels like you're actually writing on.
Yeah.
I need one of those.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
write notes.
It's
on
not
it.
like an app I can get on my iPad.
Nah, it's the physical thing.
Okay.
And then you
I'm gonna
can
get
save it and push it. Like I just auto email me the stuff that I do.
I'm gonna get one.
You should.
Remarkable. I'm gonna run it.
They owe me. Remarkable should send me one now because I just pitched.
Remarkable too. If you want to sponsor the show, we are here for you. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah,
We
thanks
we
a lot,
appreciate
guys.
you, brother.
All right.
No, he's a good friend and a good dude. We hang out a lot outside of